Oh, welcome back. Oh no. Do not look upon. Shield your eyes. One. One. This is SKALD. We're actually sort of between chapters. So what I was gonna do, to pet the dog, is really diving into the cosmic core. Yeah, welcome back, Knife Flare. Welcome back, Meeper. Do you know this one? Oh wait, no, you were here for this one before, I bet, as well. I kind of like doing these together because then it's all in one day. Because I don't know what else what else am I going to seed this game with? Most of the time it's pretty fine as far as, D&D style adventures fare. We're kind of between chapters, so I was going to go through and just clean up some stuff here, because the game really implied we are not going to be able to come back. Yeah, this one is more traditional cosmic horror than Infernax, which is kind of like 80s satanic panic horror, I suppose. Traveling north along the coast, you notice a young man standing at the side of the road. His tattered robes, bald head, and unhealthy pallor reminds you of a magus. Though this boy is surely too young. He follows your pacing with an idiotic smile draped over his round, bland face. Can I help you? We have come. He stops for a long moment and thinks. To beg for aid! Our master is missing down below, and we are not allowed to enter and search for him, please. Something is wrong, we know it. A note of agitation, bordering on panic, creeps into his voice. Suddenly he stops, coughs slightly, and then smiles again. Bloody drool runs down his chin, along with one of the man's teeth. Oh, that's unfortunate. You okay? Yes. Why, I've never felt better. Man seems taken aback by the question. Please, my master needs help. Greena's eyes narrow as she grabs one of his hands with the skilled touch of a healer. No, you're not well at all, she mumbles to herself. Healing versus 10. Let me just take a look at you nonetheless. Neck must roll a 4 or above on 2d6. From his skin and nails to his jaundiced eyes and missing teeth, the young man's condition is perplexing. Some of these symptoms are similar to those suffered by magi upon exposure to strong magics over time. This is far too severe, especially considering the man's young age. It's as if he's quite literally falling apart in front of your eyes. Strangest of all, it appears as if the man is oblivious to his condition. Go to your master then. We beseech you, travel to Errol. Seek out the Tower of Ash. Find us there and learn of our master's fate. But please, time is of the essence, and for each second you tarry, hope fades. Words flow as if rehearsed, and then he speaks the last words. He lets out a deep sigh and sits down on the ground. Errol? Tower of Ash? His eyes are glassy and distant. We beseech you! Travel to Errol, seek out the Tower of Ash, and find us there, he repeats before his voice trails off. Fool's mind is gone. He'll be food for crows come nightfall, and it'll be a mercy. Well, that's unfortunate. What's Errol? Errol is a mid-sized island to the north of Idra. That's where we're going! The only settlement on Errol is the village of Fergal. What's Fergal? Fergal is a small village on the island of Errol. Errol is known for its orchards. You just gonna sit there? The man rolls over on his side, eyes staring stiffly ahead. Though he still appears to be alive, no prodding or prompting rises any kind of response from him. There appears to be nothing more you can do for this lost soul, save consider his request. Fergal. Umbla strokes her chin. The scent of the reticulum. So this is very... The The scent of the reticulum is about this. I would wager much that this master he speaks of is a sorcerer of sorts, a magus even. Though time is against us, another magus could be a powerful ally in our path to Gradla. Oh, that's right, we were actually going to Gradla. Our path to Gradla takes us up past Errol in any case. I say we should at least investigate this further. That was also just like a random encounter. I was surprised it was that impactful. Squalor and desperation of refugee camp. Well, we just saved the refugees. What's the camp look like? Oh, the farmer. I don't see his kid. Sorry about that. The things in particular I wanted to take care of. There's a cave under a lighthouse that I know would be extremely easy for us now. Ah, here it is. And I just need to check in with, like, a group of survivors, and I cannot remember where they are. It would have been actually faster if I didn't jump the bridge. We tried this early on and got absolutely destroyed. Seems like in true RPG fashion, the beginning is pretty brutal, but once you get some levels under your belt, it gets much more manageable. I remember. Okay, it wasn't this. You love how moody all the music in this is great. In Fernax too, honestly. I need to play more like retro styled games because they all have such good music in them. It was the same story for the Cave Story remake. I do not remember. East. Greenish glow coming from the eastern tunnel. Break the surface and emerge into an alien world. The air is stale and damp, and the walls are so covered in algae and fungus they almost appear to writhe. We had like 3 characters when we were last here. Enter into a larger chamber ahead and the temperature drops noticeably. As the swirling dust and ghostly vapors subside, you make out the intimidating form of an ancient carved monolith. Painted on its face, you immediately recognize the crude spiral sign you saw in the standing stones above ground. I didn't even recognize that when I was here before. Carefully arranged before the monolith lie 2 diminutive, desiccated corpses, and along the edges of the chamber stand strange urns of unknown design. The chamber has an aura of age beyond comprehension, and your head begins to spin as you realize you may be the first to set foot in it for millennia. We shouldn't be here, Cat whispers behind you. I've been wanting to play a game like this for a while, and this seems like a pretty good entry point for like the AD&D 80s like RPG style things. I've always been whenever you're engaging with old media, I've been a little worried what I'm gonna like find in there. Is this more based on like OSR stuff, 5e. It's definitely its own system. I can pop open a character sheet once we're through here. But it's a little more, it reminds me of 3.5, but it's a bit more simplified than that. If you've ever done, like, 3.5. I haven't done 3.5, so I guess what I mean is it reminds me of Pathfinder, and what I mean by that, it has a cleave feat in it. Honestly, it might be more like Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Anyway, let's examine the corpses. We'll have Drina do it. The dead stare indignantly at you with empty eye sockets as you examine their naked forms. You find several lesions on them, no doubt caused by the strange instruments that surround them. As you look more closely, it becomes clear to you that these are not the incisions that are commonly associated with the removal of organs for embalming. In fact, where you can tell the corpse's organs are still intact. This ritual seems to have served another purpose. The what? You cannot possibly guess. We'll examine the instruments. Carefully brushing away dust and cobwebs, you survey the oddly shaped instruments. Their shapes vary from small blades to hooks and other stranger forms. Even the cursory examination reveals that these instruments were likely used on the corpses, but as far as you can tell, they do not seem to be embalming tools. Instead, they seem more like primitive imitations of the tools Imperial surgeons use. As you stand there pondering the strange scene before you, your eyes fall on a small wooden box. The weathered box crumbles as you touch it, revealing an ancient knife of exquisitely carved greenish stone. With trembling hands, you pick it up, and for a moment the air around you seems to become charged with eldritch energies. Sounds die down and your nostrils fill with a metallic tinge of ozone. No doubt this is the object Matthias Lighthouse Keeper asked you to retrieve. A sickly, wet, bubbling sound snaps you back into focus. All around you, the clay jars begin to stir, and then one after another, they burst with loud cracks as a thick substance pours from them. To your horror, the viscous substance begins to move of its own volition towards you. Is it horrific when viscous substances move of their own volition? Okay. I must place people for combat. Okay. There's certainly a way to bring up a character sheet during combat, isn't there? Inventory? Yes, inventory. So we've got your 5 primary stats. Effectively your dex, constitution, intelligence, charisma, and strength. A small selection of skills. And then everything else is based on feats. Which you are locked into one class, and each class has its own set of feat trees. Some of the trees are shared, but some are not. Like, my officer gives me leadership, which I think is the only one that does. But, like, all of the fighter type ones seem to have bred for war in some of the arms mastery trees. And then there is magic, and it uses MP instead of, like, slots. But I can't show you that because it's not my caster's turn yet, apparently. Not fire melee. I didn't want to. Just tap it. They're resistant to slashing too. Yeah, our caster. So for the casters, you use your feat points instead to unlock tiers of spells, and then you get to pick some. Every class can learn from books if you find them. They have an interesting mechanic called Cascade, where sometimes, especially on weaker spells, I think, if you pass a check, when you cast, it gives you an action back. So you still spend the MP, but you can try to cast again. Oh my gosh. We just leveled up her, like, aura size. Didn't realize it would, like, fill an entire small room. That's unfortunate. I have to spend my entire turn moving Roland, one of my fighters, through Cat. Because when you kill something, you automatically step onto its space. Cascade! Incredible. I mean, this is like the third dungeon you can do, so I kind of expected to just come in here and stomp it. For our troubles, we got the Ancient Dagger. It's like almost as good as the Masterwork short sword of the Master. We could have had it for the entire game up to this point. An ancient dagger carved from a strange greenish stone. Looks almost ritual, and you suspect it might be of some value to someone with the right interest. We could also probably sell it. Oh, they love greenish stone. They love greenish stone around here. Nope. An eel-like creature darts from one of the holes and bites into your flesh with tiny razor-sharp fangs. Not that one. Faint bioluminescence. North and east takes you further in the cave system, while west leads back to the surface. We took 1 damage from eel. 1 eel damage. Oh, and these worlds in general? Yeah. Do you think it's, it has to do with radium? That's where we get the evil green rocks from. You're also a big fan of greenish stone, for reasons indiscernible for most. I do like greenish stone. Non-toxic greenish stone especially. I was hearing recently, I admit, part of a video from Windigoon. I think it was radium. a radium mine in the US that should have certainly had more oversight. Lovecraft lived to see radium and uranium. I think he must have, yeah. Like in the early days, people were all about slurping up radium. And, you know, even before it was like officially understood, right? I can imagine people knowing like, oh yeah, that green stone, well, whenever it's near you or gets on you, you start to get sick. How do you look up the, like, the time someone lived? Lovecraft was 1890 to 1937. Lifespan did work. Lovecraft span? Radium was discovered 1898, officially, I guess, by Sklodowska Curie and her husband Pierre Curie. Radioactive materials were finally being, like, exploited and used. Exploited is a good word. We definitely did not fully understand it when we started to. The people who needed to did not care enough. You're back. I knew you'd seek safe harbor once more, drawn to the light like lost moths. Well then, sit, rest, make yourself at home. There might still be some stew left. I found the black blade. Show it. The old man stammers excitedly. As you reveal the blade to him, his eyes widen, and he sensitively reaches out for it. It's beautiful. Then his jaw clenches in determination, and he recoils in apparent disgust. But it's evil. Cursed, I tell you. How so? Don't you feel it? It has power and hunger. I want nothing to do with this. Take it and bring it far away from here. Destroy it. All I would ask is that you don't throw it into the ocean. There are beings there that would wield it. In any case, I promise to make it worth your while, and I will. Take this. I didn't realize I get to keep the dagger. The old man hands you an amulet. This will serve you well on your journeys. It'll keep your body strong and free of disease. That being said, I would ask another thing of you. This here beacon is all that's keeping the horrors of this island from my throat. Thing is, oil's running low, and I got nary a drop left in storage. I need you to find some oil before darkness takes us. Thing is, the oil was coming from the mainland on ships through Horn, then things went dark, and now there's no way for me to get it. If it's still in Horn, there's a good chance it'll be sitting on one of the warehouses in the harbor. Oh, do you mean this? Show oil? Blessed dead, I knew you could do it. If nothing else, seeing the light still burning bright is bound to give people hope. Emperor's light and all. Let's hope so. All I have to offer in way of reward is my old sword. It once served me well, but it's getting too heavy for me now. Matthias produces an old but well-crafted broadsword wrapped in cloth. Thank you. I did not mean to equip Matthias' sword. Beautifully crafted bastard sword. Medium blade. Oh, I could use this. Well, mine is exactly the same, but it gives +2 to initiative, so. Sorry. Very cool sword. I would have loved to have had it earlier, though. Ah, shoot. What necklace was I wearing? One to dodge. Cat, do you? Yeah, that's thievery. That's intellect. That's important. Toughness. Serena. Have a dodge necklace. I want to use the ancient dagger. I'll probably sell it on the black market, frankly. Do a leap. Also, we've got some level ups. I'm level 12. Your progress seems to have slowed to a frustrating crawl. Alas, shuffling forward is always better than standing still. So true, bestie. Yeah, it's not level 15 until I can get this one. I could just get melee accuracy. Increased initiative, that sounds good. Roland. Yeah, his thing, he's an arms master, so his thing is he doesn't get a unique tree, but he has access to every weapon specialization tree. Which, I don't know. I just used a weapon that my class is good at. But all the power to him. Imbla the Magus is the same way. Instead of being a specialist wizard type with limited access in some magic schools, she's got full access to all of them. And they did the same thing for the clerics. So the ones I've got have a focus on... Oh. They've got a focus on... They've got some offensive capability, but then they're sacrificing 2 out of 3 cleric schools for that. Imbla can get fire magic level 2. Yeah, what was level 2? I remember wanting it. Searing Lash, I think. It's a line spell. And get increased lore. Rank 0 out of 5. Oh, if I just save my points, I can get that next level. Anyway, I'll just do that. And you get to pick 2 because I learned the feat for it. Summon Magmite. Summons one of the following creatures in the target area. Magmite. Wonderful. Targets all opponents and allies in the lion target area. What I want. I'll get Magmite too. And Roland had, I'll give him Blade Finesse. That's crit bonus. Is it this? This is the Zephyr's Hall. That was our ship. This is not what I was looking for. Does it tell me? Lost sailors. Camped near the wreck. Is this near the wreck? No, I think it was up here. I'm wasting so much time. I don't know if time is a factor. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, I did your quest a while ago and I just never told you about it. About the other survivors. Your group is growing, I see. There's safety in numbers, and every face from the old crew that turns up in camp here is a boon. Especially considering how many were lost. In any case, I hear from the crew that you've been doing good work. We haven't much, but we scraped together a small bag of gold for you. That being said, it appears it might be too soon for celebration. You may have already seen her, but a portion of the Zephyr lies upon the shore up along the coast northwest of here. Breaks my heart to see the old girl like this. See, our duty to her doesn't end with her sinking. She's still the property of the guild, as is any cargo she was carrying. We were unable to get her before, but the tides seem to have shifted her now, and I sent a small group out there to see if they couldn't find a way into her. Nope. That was hours ago. Too long. Something's wrong, or they would be back by now. Now, you've done a lot for us, and I'm almost afraid to ask for more, but I need to know what's happened to my boyos. Snow looks at you pleadingly. I'll see what I can do. God bless you. As I said, the wreckage lies just a few hundred yards up the coast. Watch your back and be ready for anything. I will save. Rats! Suddenly, an echoing cacophony of chittering and screeching erupts from the narrow ravines around you. A wave of mangy fur and snapping jaws dripping diseased mucus rolls towards you. Oh. This is probably A-okay. I take it this was supposed to be done a long time ago. Well, maybe not a long time ago, but probably before this moment. There is a lot of them. To be fair, there's a lot of them. How about you hold? Yep, it's a lot of them. But I've already got spells that target all enemies, is the thing. Okay, it's kind of a lot of them. I kind of expected the thunderclap to just deal with them. I admit. Two thunderclaps. Certainly, that was the only fight I have to worry about, right? You emerge into the broken hull of the ship. The ruined hold is unrecognizable and strewn with the debris of a ruined cargo. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you become aware of sounds emanating from the darkness. chittering? Or is it voices? Something smells rotten. Oh. Hi, can we talk? Oh, we can! You stop dead in your tracks as a grotesque rat thing sits up on its hind legs, its hunched form a full head taller than you. The beast cocks its head slightly, and its tiny eyes regard you intently. Then to your utter horror, words from its bestial throat. It comes! It is one! What do you mean? With fangs it comes into the womb. Does it come to feed, to give offerings? You talking about me? It is one, it stirs. Does it bring offerings? Or has it come to share in the meat? The horrid creature gouges a lump of flesh from one of the corpses and offers it to you expectantly. Bloody filth. Roland spits behind you. What are you? The song woke us, calls us. It hears us. It is one. Now we eat and multiply and serve. Serve what? Ah, it does not serve. We eats it. Never mind. A monstrosity screeches, and as it does, packs of rabid vermin spews forth from the dark recesses of the wreck. So, a thing I like about this one, they do a lot of, like, weird... Yep, that's rats. They do a lot of, like... This animal is attacking you, but they actually explain it. They're like, oh yeah, the animals are really aggressive, and it's because of this horrible cosmic horror thing going on. It's not just you encounter a wolf in the forest. It is prepared to spend the rest of its life fighting you. Oh my god. Sorry, it's the song. It calls us. Makes us one and all that. Thunderclap, I get to... Well, I would be able to do that again, but I've spent all of my magic. Spellburn. I can take damage for MP back. Hope you're having fun playing SKALD. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just going back through the first island before moving on to chapter 3? 4? But welcome in. How are you doing? Well, I got the cargo at least. Unlocked. Okay, taking a break from work. I hope work's going as well as can be expected, and I hope you're having a good break at least. Exquisitely crafted wing, or exquisitely crafted ring. That could be quite valuable. Adds 1 to crafting, which would have been very useful when I could have got it. Very same room we just left. Alright, I must scamper up here and take every single egg I see. Of course. I got bad news. More bloodshed. I fear this island may be the end of us all yet. At least the wreckage might be safe enough to explore now. The supplies she carries may keep us going for weeks. I'm ashamed to say I have nothing to offer you besides the promise that the Nautical Guild will not forget your service. Ha! A lifetime under the mast is thanks enough for a guilder, isn't it? Pat offers sarcastically. A cookpot. We can cook. We can make mushroom omelets. And salted fish. Everyone's ready to level up again already. Level 13. How foolish you were to think yourself at the top of your game. If your journey so far has taught you anything, it is that there is always someone better, someone stronger. The question is not if you're strong enough to beat them, but if you're strong enough to try. So inspiring. What's here on Tier 3? Fireball, Fire Frenzy, Inferno. We need to bring back level up messages. Adds condition to Fortified Will and Lesser Frenzy. It deals 1 to 4 fire damage. +1 attack count? Yes. Targets all opponents and allies. 6 to 12 fire damage. Well, you know, as long as I cast Aura of Fire Resistance first. Which I didn't learn. I'll take... That's 4 to 8 magical damage. 6 to 12? That's so much. We're so strong. We can take it. Okay, I'll take Fireball. I'll take the safer option. And scoring a backstab hit using light weapon. Target gets a random injury condition. I think I got everything that I was like specifically saving. Wait, Blade Finesse. Plus 3% crit bonus. Oh, that's for crit damage, though. Not for scoring crits, I'm pretty sure. I'll take a double increased backstab damage, you know? Why not? I should have had her bake stab. That's when the bake sale doesn't work. You have to have a bake stab instead. I wish I had remembered to cure disease before I leveled her up. She would have got all her magic back. I was not thinking about it. Gonna save her points anyway, so I can level up her healing. So I can drop Nocturus here. It might surprise you. There's not a character with a backstory in this game named Nocturus. I hired him as a mercenary because the game was too hard. What is shield training? +1 shield use? Shield use? Oh, like your shield use score? Added to dodge when using a shield. Okay, okay. I thought it was like an extra use of shield, and I was like, wait, was I supposed to be doing something? I'll take an assured critical hit if I land. Okay, I think that was everything. Oh. Fate of the Santa Fury. According to the mercenary captain, the wreck of the lost treasure ship, the Santa Fury, is said to be located here in Idra. I found one clue. On dry land near the lighthouse. I found the Santa Fury in a sense. Turns out there is a painting of the ship hanging in the lighthouse. On the back of the painting was a poem. Seems like it might offer directions to something buried in the ground. From the center of the three, the Santa Fury made her flight, setting out to hide her booty, all within the lighthouse's sight. 2 leagues south, 5 east, 4 more north. This is in the next island up, and this is in the next island up. So the only thing that I know about I still need to do is find the treasure. And I'm not too hung up on that. There's also a monster. Center of the three, like the 3 roads. I would suppose the poem's referring to all within the lighthouse's sight being like it's on the lighthouse. That could be very off. I'm just looking for 3 of things. I might not look for too long, to be honest, because it's probably not treasure I really need. I will feel no guilt for letting the treasure sit there. Or I would have felt a little bad about the lighthouse keeper. Well. I'm out. Giant insects scurry towards you. Sneak away. Parlay. Parlay with the insects. Makes me want to run an actual... That's you, you're giant insects. Okay, well, I do like talking with some giant insects, I suppose. You've been beset by brigands, stand and deliver. Well, how about we parlay with them? Success. You successfully parlay your way out of trouble. There was a kid. I use the term kid loosely. In the woods. That never really resolved. Like a, there was a monster we found that was stalking us, and we're like, oh, we hear it. Never really saw it again. This is what I was trying to get at with the hyperbolic time chamber earlier, which was like hours ago. I want there to be a room I can just disappear into and like just construct as much whenever I want to. I can just go into the room and start writing like a tabletop game, and then I can come out of the room and no time has passed and no one missed me. That's what I want. I do it for like D&D games. I can do whatever hobbies I want and not have to choose. I could work on stream stuff. You need a group of playtesters, let you know. Well, I've tried to actually make a game before. I've got some ideas, but I never really... I can never just sit down and finish something, you know? Wish you could start anything. That's the easy part for me. I'll start it as long as you consider, you know, beginning something a couple of times, starting. I think I am deciding I am just going to get out of here. I'll make a save just in case I forget anything like super important and it makes me feel bad. Design document for a game sitting in your computer for like the last 5 years? For like an entire game or like a campaign? Like a video game. That's really cool. I've had many attempts. I've started like so many RPG Maker projects. A huge sea cave created by eons of the sea's relentless attack on the rock. Apes in the cliffs ahead. If you take great care, an arrow trail allows you to enter it. What sort of game, though? Extract Longsword of Defense? Actually, kind of incredible. This item can't be traded. Oh! Well, I could sell this on the black market. I think that's what it might be of some value to someone with the right interest means. You know what? I feel like I should back my way out of here and just sell it. If you get started, you'll be rambling for a while. Well, I don't mind. I always wanted to make some kind of game, at least. I started like so many RPG Maker projects, and I just kept like I kept thinking of new ideas to add instead of actually finishing any of them. As if I only get to make one thing ever. One last check in the main town. I'll come back here anyway to fell off the dagger. Basically, make an asymmetrical third-person shooter RTS hybrid. With mechs, of course. Okay, RTS shooter. Is one person the shooter and the other person is the real-time strategist? Or is everyone playing a combination of those things? 3 players versus 1 commander. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Oh! Okay, yeah, so... in a weird way, it's kind of like tabletop. Hear me out. In that... it's like adversarial tabletop, it sounds like. In that you've got someone controlling all of the monsters and a group of more powerful players to fight them. Your inspiration is Lancer. I feel like I've heard of Lancer before, but I can't remember any specifics. I cannot remember how to get to the freaking black market here. Big Lancer hit. Is that one like a mech tabletop? I'll be honest, I've heard of a lot of tabletop systems. The only ones I've actually played are classic World of Darkness and the Paizo games and D&D 5th edition. So I guess, honestly, more than most, but not a lot for someone who knows a lot about tabletop games. That is not right. That's not right. Wait, no, it is right. Never mind. We're in the Underhalls. Mech tabletop RPG focused on customization and such. Very loose narrative rules, but more mechanically intense, like wargaming style combat. I've never done a war game before. I do like a crunchy system, though. This is the guy we were looking for. I bet he'll buy our dagger. Look at this. Show the black dagger from under the lighthouse. An Athame. And whispers as he carefully strokes the blade. We can only begin to imagine the acts that might have been performed with this blade. How does 1,200 sound? Sounds like a deal to me. Okay, now we can leave. That's a lot of money. That's like enough to buy an enchanted sword. That was a circle. That's not right. Exit into the sewers. We got there. Admit, for much as I like the idea of tabletop role-playing games, I've never had a very successful campaign of one. Although, I found a pretty awesome hack to guarantee better games in the future. Which is... yeah, more campaigns end prematurely than see completion. Everyone wants to get to 20th level, but nobody wants to show up for a weekly session. We'll parlay our way out of it. Never mind. Session. Hey everyone, welcome back. I spent all week preparing everything I need to run the game today. Did you all level up and learn your characters? That's okay. I'm just glad you're here. How do I play this again? Hey, can you help me pick some spells? Yeah, how about Find Familiar? I really like that one. I don't have a familiar. Yeah, you're so right. How silly of me. Attack this guy. She can't see that guy. You like having to do a session 0 every couple sessions. Well, maybe we shouldn't have to, but honestly, maybe that's a good idea to just kind of check in. Incredible. Yeah, you don't mind doing recap. You do mind having to reiterate the entire campaign and what their own characters are doing. Yeah. Oh, Cat is not doing so well. Maybe I should have taken these brigands slightly more seriously. I was like, oh yeah, we're just cleaning stuff up. Oh, we're about to leave this island. We're so high level. This is not going to be any problem. There's kind of a, like, narrative mechanical choice in this. Divine spells do not hurt your friends, but arcane ones do, and I think that's cool. Well, I should say specifically the fire school is the one school that has friendly fire in it. Still. I like it as a mechanic. Friendly fire. Don't think it is if it's hurting me. It's very unfriendly fire. Very anti-social flames. Which is also what the rule said about me and my siblings. Okay, I have snoozed many times. I absolutely have to break Brad's after this one. They're panicking? If they're panicking, I should be able to just let them go. Oh no, we've hit add. They're gonna miss the exciting conclusion. This is just a random encounter, so I'll just play through. I'll have to take a little bit of a break once I finish, though. Wait, boots? I should have bought more random encounters. Right. Now we'll be right back. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Had a big stretch. Might be wise to rest before we get on the boat, but I'm assuming video game logic. Big stretch. Welcome back, Meeper. 7 or above. We'll be fine. We're less fine. We should have maybe not relied on Cat, who's a little worse for wear right now. I was about to say, I'm not going to bother camping because I bet we're going to get a rest when we transition onto the boat. That's the roguiest Cat has ever been. Okay, Embla's panicking. She's been through a lot. She's not used to seeing Cat die in every encounter. It's not fair on Cat. Cat fights very hard. I really wish my cleave came with one additional step. I guess they learned. The one thing, okay, so there are like two concepts I kept trying to write when I was trying to write a tabletop game. One, I wanted to get rid of base attributes, or at least abstract them further into like areas of expertise. But I also wanted to set it up so there were like no so that characters would gain more options the longer a fight went on. Like you would gain focus or mana or whatever through choosing to take some actions during combat, so you would like build up a resource pool to spend on more powerful actions instead of starting with like a bunch of resources and rationing them throughout a day. A little bit like how Solarians work, if anyone's played Starfinder. But even Solarians, you know, they only build up like a couple of stages and then they reset after their big move. Roland gets to level up. Like, I conceptualized it as, like, a mage channeling magic from the environment or something like that. Or doing small pieces of a bigger incantation over time, things like that. A martial type would be, like, building momentum. Mostly just because One time, early on when I was running 5e, I just sat there and watched a tanky fighter and a tanky martial enemy just face each other and roll a d20 at each other for like 20 minutes. Iago is thoughtfully pacing the deck of the Weather Maiden, securing cargo and tightening knots. The banality of the tasks appear contrary to his flamboyant personality, but speaks of a deep love for the vessel. Ellie, you look grand. The Maiden is shipshape and we're ready to set sail at your command. Let's talk for a bit. The only other option is I need to get going. Let's set sail. Music to my ears, we're ready when you are. Just know that you must finish your business here in the sea caves before we go. Leave no belonging behind or errand undone. My men and I will block off the land entrance to hide the sanctuary from would-be intruders, imperial scum. Iago kisses your hand and offers a sultry look. Please, do not tarry too long. Okay. Don't trust him. But I mean, if you know what you're in for. I'm just... Oh yeah, there was the Masterwork Longsword of Defense. I got a similar one for initiative. I might rather have the defense one. Those are not great. They got a favorable rate back in the main town for selling stuff. I mean, we're not hurting for gold. For once. You'd even buy heavy armor. Unfortunately for you, merchant, I've got choice paralysis. So I buy nothing. I'll continue to hoard my treasure, believing that the next merchant will have better items for sale. You look like a landlubber. Wish to hire this mercenary for 500 gold? No. My party is now over pool. I mean, yeah. He said, did you need to finish anything in the sea cave specifically? So I thought maybe there was something waiting for us. Maybe someone wanted to offer a reward for bringing back a Iago? No? Fine then. I shall give the order. My crew and I will maneuver the Maiden out and into open waters and await you there. Board when you're ready, and though we may be sailing towards our doom, we are certainly sailing towards great adventure. I love this man. But the Maiden is expertly guided out of the sea cave. Now lies at anchor, waiting for your arrival. Oh, that's what he meant. I'd have another chance to do the rest of the island if I really wanted to. He just blocked off the sea caves. Oh! Oh no! We can interact with the ship. Can we sleep on the ship? We shouldn't. I didn't know I'd be controlling the ship like this. A chest? Oh, to leave our belongings in. Oh. That's really exciting. How about we sleep? We can bump Nuck for Ivan. I was gonna run Iago instead, but he's busy being a ship captain. I just want to have all backstoried characters. Entertain, forage on the boat. If fishing counts, that makes sense. Oh no, yeah, you would train. Embla's training us, because she has a high lore. Success gives a small XP reward. But she's also good at crafting, though. Yeah. Just fletch arrows instead, you mage. Nice digs. It feels really good. After the game up to now, it feels good to have a boat with a chest on it and a bed. I wonder how long it's gonna last. Food. We made all those omelets. And salted fish. We've got all the ingredients for cheese sandwich. Just nowhere to cook. This mushroom omelet tastes of the forest. Cheese sandwich. Give me a salted fish. What else we got here? Okay, ration. And if someone's hungry, have a single mushroom. Okay, among 6 people, we're splitting 3 mushroom omelets, 1 ration, 1 salted fish, and a mushroom. Here's your 1/6 of mushroom. Alex successfully entertained her companions. Kat is too wounded to work. Roland found a ration. Rena fletched an arrow. Embla fletched 3 arrows, and Ivan fletched 2 arrows. Oh my gosh, Banana! You get to catch the end of stream? Hello, and thank you so much. I honestly can't believe it's been 5 months. Like, actually, though. I'm doing very well. I've been having a wonderful time, thank you. How are you doing? You just got home? How was work? Oh. Sorry, I thought that was craftable. Tiring but satisfying. That's fair. Why can't I do cheese sandwich? Oh, because sheep's milk cheese isn't cheese enough for the cheese sandwich. Almost caught up all the stuff that didn't get done while you were away. Oh, I hate that. I mean, I love that you're catching up, but... where I used to work, I was the one who did things properly, it felt like. I wasn't the only one, but... in my area, I might have been. And when I moved out of that area, I just saw it slowly degrade, and I was like... You're screwed without me. Which was a comforting thought, honestly. Made me feel important. Dude. Well, I've got 2 out of 3 things for a cheese plate and 2 out of 3 things for a ration. Dried meats, fruits, and grains. I don't know if I have anything that qualifies as a grain. Roasted eel. Garlic and served with chips. Do I have garlic? Baked oysters. Breadcrumbs. And baked. What is that? Oysters, butter, and bread? It seems like every recipe has 3 ingredients. Oh, it will say if it's in the recipe, I suppose. It lists what you use it for. And each one has like 3 things that list it as, you get it. I don't think I have any more. Oh. We get the vendor here too. A masterwork mace of defense. Zara expertly mans the helm while keeping a steady eye on the horizon. She appears to revel in the fact that she's back at sea, and as she sees you, she lets out a howl of joy. By all of the blind maiden, it's good to feel the wind on my face again. This is a good life now. Winds behind and adventure in front. Yes, R! In the meantime, I had some question. When the noble pretends to be a pirate. Nothing I'd rather do than answer your questions. I need to see the captain. He's around here somewhere. Have you tried the cabin below? He's not there now. Just keep checking in and you'll run into him eventually. I don't know how to man the ship again. Just keep checking. Do I just... Nope. You're the vendor? Wait. Oh, okay. Sorry. I got there. I was like, well, if talking to the helmsman didn't put me back in charge of the boat, I guess I have to talk to Iago. Nope. While sailing on the overland map, the Make Camp button changes appearance. Press it to explore the ship you're currently on. While on the ship, it's possible to rest and reorganize, cook, craft items, and even do some limited bartering. May also be characters to talk to. When you're done interacting with the ship and crew, interact with the ship's helm to go back to the overland map. If only I had taken 2 steps. The ship is alive with nervous energy as the crew scuttles back like pieces of some well-crafted machinery. Though your journey is bound to be fraught with danger, there is little doubt that being back at sea has done the crew well. True to his idiom, Iago swings in on a rope. True to his idiom, Iago swings in on a rope in dramatic fashion, landing elegantly next to you. It's good to feel the wind on our faces. Now we're about to leave the fjord and from there we may set our course north towards Gradla. Iago scans the horizon ahead. The Leviathan no doubt stalks us, so we must be careful from now on. We must keep to coastal waters and pray to the maidens that our speed will keep us safe. Nonetheless, we must take every precaution. For now, I have posted double lookouts and I'll be manning the helm myself. Nuh-uh, Zara was on it! Trust her in the best of hands. Indeed you are, Allie. Come see me in my quarters below later if you wish to talk further. Your quarters? Oh! No, sorry, it changed portrait, but that's still, Iago talking. Iago bows and leaves. It's out there. I feel it. You turn to see Embla standing behind you. The Leviathan. It hungers. What is it? I suspect the Deep Ones called it here, though who is the master and who is the servant I cannot tell. It is certainly older than them. You owe me answers, but Idra is behind us, and I need to know why we're risking our lives on this fool's errand. I mean, I was about to say she doesn't owe us answers, but honestly, maybe she does. I do, and now is as good a time as any. Embla takes you below deck, and you find a small corner in the hold that is as close to privacy as can be found in the cramped vessel. She takes a deep breath as if she is about to plunge into freezing water and begins talking. A few years ago, I was, let's say, put on the trail of a rumor that an expedition had been mounted to the Outer Isles, more accurately, to an island north of Idra by the name of Gradla. It's a cold and barren place, but it is allegedly the location of an ancient monastery referred to as the Black Priory. The Black Priory? You're super cute? Sin is pretty cute. So you've never heard the name before. It echoes in your mind as if stirring old memories. The site was built a full age into the past, and for millennia it stayed unnoticed and far removed from the affairs of the Empire. So much so, in fact, that it virtually passed out of the historical record centuries ago. No small feat in an empire built on the backs of its archivists and record keepers. Doesn't matter, Sinzu. I like being called cute. You're also handsome and elegant. Often cute. Lovable all around. Thus it would have remained if it wasn't for the boundless ambition of a group of powerful men known as the Cabal. I don't know who it was that whispered in their ear, but something convinced them the Black Priory was not forgotten. It was willfully expunged. Why? Not for the monastery itself, but what was said to lie underneath it. Embla grasps your wrist and leans in while her voice drops ever so slightly. The monks built the Black Priory to guard something, a grave, an ancient tomb from the earliest days of the Empire. And if the Priory's existence was truly lost to history, it means that at some point the very Empire itself must have aided in the conspiracy of silence. Who could be buried there to warrant such extreme measures? Can I tell you exactly how I know this? But I have not a single shred of doubt. What lies buried under that priory is the corpse of a Magos Emperor. Not only that, but it must be one of the first and oldest of the line. That can't be. It can be, and it is. Not all of the corpses of the first emperors can be accounted for, and the interment of the Eternity Veil did not begin until centuries after Galleon's ascension. The Cabal knew it to be true, and as do I. Their expedition arrived at the island of Gradla a few months ago. I suspect they breached the tombs underneath the temple a few weeks later. Whatever they found there, its reticular reverberations were powerful enough to throw all of the Outer Isles into madness. Now we're sailing into the heart of madness? Les smiles weakly. He's calling out to me. I feel it in every ounce of my being. Unfortunately, I'm not the only one to hear the call. Like sharks drawn to blood in the water, other things are drawn to it as well. Things from outside. Talking about. Embla swallows hard and her voice drops to a whisper. The dragon. It's awakening, and its 7 eyes are fixed on the Outer Isle, on the Black Priory. The heart of madness! The nearby lanterns flicker. Crawling tendrils of madness stretch greedily towards the Priory. It hungers for the holy corpse, and if it reaches it... Embla halts, and for a moment struggles to control her breathing. You know I'm right. You can feel it in your guts. There is no other path out of the Other Isles except that which leads to the Black Priory and the secrets it holds. Embla slumps and sighs. She looks exhausted, and for a moment, you see her as the quiet and aloof youngling he once knew. I have more questions. What if it's the corpse of an emperor? When powerful magi pass, their corpses retain much of their reticular attunement. Emperors are amongst the most powerful of all magi, and needless to say, their corpses are a source of great power. It's not without reason the imperial corpses of the Eternity Vale are guarded so jealously by the Sepulchites, an imperial religious order tasked with caring for the dead. But an emperor buried on Gradla? It sounds incredible, but as I said before, there are corpses from the earlier dynasties that have been lost to history. There are emperors that were proscribed by the Magi. It may indeed be the corpse of one of those forgotten emperors that have been found on Gradla. But there's more. Later-day emperors are but a shadow of the rulers of old in terms of power. If this is truly an emperor of the Primarian dynasty, and it has lain undisturbed for all these millennia, the power contained within it will be immense, enough to remake the empire itself, or topple it utterly. Powerful enough to rend reality itself? So it seems, my belief is that the conjuncture is caused directly by the discovery of the Holy Corpse. Its raw power has drawn the attention of that which lingers in darkness, and now its tentacles are slowly closing in around us. For a moment you think you hear crude chanting in the darkness. It must have been the wind. How do you fit into all this? Mla sighs and picks her nails thoughtfully. The corpse buried underneath the Priory, it calls out to me. I cannot tell you exactly when it began, but the beckoning intensified greatly once the tomb seals were broken. Now it's almost unbearable and it's growing stronger by the day. But why you? There are things I'm not ready to talk about, things from my past, from when we were young together. What I will say is that I sense certain things that are too hidden to most other people. Some magi see them too, but I think that, unlike them, I was born with you. I believe this is why the corpse calls it. I'm not sure I understand. To be honest, I'm not sure I understand it myself. What I do know is that the calling I feel is real. Reaching the Priory before the region succumbs to the conjunction is critical. In fact, I fear the survival of the entire empire hangs on it. I know this, and so did the Cabal. You know what? Tell me more about the Cabal. The rise of the Cabal is the surest sign that the power of the Magi Emperors is waning. Even a decade ago, such consolidation of power into lay hands would be unthinkable. The Cabal is shrouded in secrecy and will go into any lengths to keep it that way. What few rumors I have heard claim that certain lay nobles and freelenders are prominent amongst their ranks, men and women of great wealth and even greater ambition. What's a freelender? A league of independent banks and financial institutions that have grown to prominence within the Empire in recent years. Good to know. I cannot tell you what their ultimate design is, but these people are no amateurs to power. They no doubt realize what lies beneath the Priory and the impact its recovery will have on the course of the Empire. I also believe that if they were to achieve their end goal, it would spell disaster for us all. Okay, I have some more questions. Do we stand a chance at rescuing the people who were taken from Horan? No. I suspect they are already dead or worse. You lied to Marcus? Would you rather I was as blunt to him as I am to you? Better they have a sliver of hope. There are still trials ahead for Marcus and the Horanites. It would do them no good to face it with a broken heart. I don't know. I think that was the last one, right? Enough for today. We'll talk again later. Embla leans back and massages her temples. Yeah. I'm here for you when you need to talk, but I agree. Let's say it's enough for today. Hands up slowly. I'm going to lie down. Ship travel does not agree with me. I feel the need to save. Saving it calls out to me. Oops, sorry. You could also still totally... Is it the silent? I thought we couldn't. I thought we were gonna get on that boat. Ah, the open sea. I thought we were gonna get on that boat and immediately be whisked away to the next island with no chance of coming back. I was checking around the lighthouse to see if there was any obvious references to that treasure. You see this thing? Shrine of Presence. Oh, we were here. A weathered Imperial Way shrine stands before you. Despite its remote location, you suspect it still sees occasional use. Umbla knows what this is. One of the several pilgrim sites in the Outer Isles. It's said that to pray at all of them offers wholeness of body and clarity of mind. However, you have no idea the proper prayers and rituals to perform. Okay, I can't just go straight north, I guess. Oh. Thank you. Oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't think we'd make it. Literally... I didn't think there was a chance. I thought we'd make it, but we'd be wrecked again. Before you lies a small village surrounded by fields and orchards. The air is laden with the scent of fruit and the laughter of children, and the pastoral bliss stands in stark contrast to the rest of the Outer Isles. As you approach the small cluster of quaint houses, you can't help but be struck by a feeling of calm and peace you've not felt in a long time. By the grace of the Golden Dead, it would appear a small sliver of life as it once was in the Outer Isles has survived, Drina says with a sad smile. Ahead on your right lies a tavern that looks exactly like the kind of tavern where the meals are hearty and the ale cooled just right. Your stomach growls at the thought. Pat stares, mouth agape, first at the tavern, then at you pleadingly. We're stopping by there whether you want to or not. Looking around, you notice Roland has fallen behind the group, now stands seemingly transfixed a few steps behind you. Wrong, Roland. Is it a trap? He blinks a few times with watery eyes and an expression that's hard to place. Families. Children. What, feeling homesick? He looks down for a moment. You could have sworn he looks ashamed. Just have some bloody ale. His voice breaks in a way that's uncharacteristic for the laconic brute. As Roland slinks off, Ivan walks up to you. Cruel deeds scar those who perform them as much as their victims, and Roland is a man with many scars. Oh, sorry, I gave him like a, Iago voice. As you continue on your way, but it's because I'd rather have Iago, frankly. Continue on your way, and for a moment, an irrational fear passes over you. Will you be able to return to the cold, brutal world at large if you spend too much time in this quiet little piece of bliss? Quite little. It's very small. Autopathing for the win. I asked Iago and Zara to do it. They meant to say quiet. I have noticed only like one or two. It kind of works either way. We're all still very diseased. We still haven't taken care of it. Hire this mercenary? Absolutely not. A jovial, red-faced man greets you enthusiastically. Hello, and welcome to Fergal. Bernard's my name. I've not seen your face around here. Come for the carnival? Or perhaps the cider? Carnivale? Carnivale? He rubs his hands together in glee. Oh, yes! It's an old tradition that goes back as far as anyone can remember, where the Baron of Fergal invites all us common folk up to the manor to feast. Tell you what, if you go up there and ask around a bit, I'm sure you could come too. If you offer to lend a hand, that is. Manor lies northwest of the village, just across the river. I had some other questions. How are things in Fergal? Cider? I haven't had cider in a while. It used to be a big thing. Less so in Australia. Been quiet as ever. That's the way we like it here. Unless you count the carnival preparations. So, no one rest. Well, we did have Mary's goat run off and knock over that pail of milk last week, if that's what you mean. But that was mostly funny, mind you. Okay. Cool. You hear about something called the Tower of Ash? I have indeed. It lies north of here on the other side of the bay. Strange old hermit lives. Keeps away from us, so we keep away from him. What's on the menu? Beef stew? No cider, oddly enough. Some wine and brandy. One bustles about the kitchen, stirring pots, adding spices, and tending fires. Greetings, my lady. Greetings, my lady. I beg your pardon. Not really in any position to talk right now. Why so busy? Well, Carnival is nigh, right? Nigh? Carnival is nigh. That means plenty of extra work for me, but the thing is, there's still the inn to take care of. Who's going to cook for the guest, you know? Carnival? The Carnival is the time to feast and drink and dance. It's the Baron and the Baroness's way of showing their love for us common folk. Baron and Baroness? Aye, their line has ruled over Fergal for a long time. They live in the villa northwest of the village, just across the stream. I'm sure the Baroness would appreciate if you called upon her. She's eccentric, but she means well, loves the children of the village. Can you teach me a few recipes? Well, learn how to cook, eh? Well, I can't blame you. Nothing soothes the soul like a home-cooked meal. Have a look in my recipe book. I'll teach you for a few coins per recipe. Potion of Bless, that's some recipe. No, thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But exit, not steal. I don't want to steal the recipes right out of her book. I will steal these ingredients right off the shelves, though. Picked up some items. It's not red, so it's not stealing. Those were just extra. Bug? They're so friendly. Oh, picked up a cheese sandwich recipe. I'm not gonna pick this chest right in front of them, whether it's stealing or not. Fighter? A young lad with a shock of yellow hair calls out to you. Greetings, traveler. Can I interest you in some fine Fergal cider? I promise. You'll not get it fresher, better anywhere in the Outer Isles. Sounds like a local specialty. Indeed. It doesn't get any more local than this. My dad makes it right here at the family brewery. He motions to the buildings behind him. Now, what'll it be? Can I interest you in a few bottles? Sure, let's see what you got. Fergal cider. Sparkling and sweet, this cider comes from the slow-growing orchards of Fergal. Many claim it's the best in all the Northern Empire, whilst a handful of bad apples will complain it's too sweet. Adds fortified will, removes bleeding, and heals 3 to 8. Well, I gotta buy one. I accidentally purchased mead. Some more questions. What's going on here in Fergal? Well, Carnival, of course. I can't wait. They say it's going to be one for the ages. Why is this the opportunity to talk about it? How much of a lad is this kid? He looks, taller than the children's sprites, at least. I'm not gonna scare a teenager. The Baron and Barris are arranging it. It'll have food and drink and even a surprise, they say. If you haven't already done so, you should go talk to the Baroness and offer to help. I'm sure she'll let you attend if you help out. My dad's supplying the drinks, you see. Boy beams with pride and excitement. I keep waiting for, like, the veil to lift. Cream? For mashed potatoes and mushroom soup? Buy some cream. For 1 gold? I'll take all your cream. Taking your cream and eggs, goodbye. Don't you love when the hero comes through and starts picking all of the crops out of your fields and mushrooms from the corners? Potatoes. Onions, there we go. Just stop by a farmer, arms overflowing with root vegetables. Hey, you grow any garlic around here? Enter. I didn't mean to walk all the way off the map. I didn't catch a stream. I wonder if that's on the over. Apples. Apples. 2 bits for a barrel. Lizard jaws snap greedily as reptilian eyes fix on you. You will sneak. You successfully sneak. I don't see a stream. Instructions unclear. Walk to the entire world map. Failure. Oh, God. What were you looking for? The Baroness, the Baron and Baroness's house. I thought it would be like, oh, if it's not here, it's going to be immediately close by, and then I just kept walking. when they're all grouped up like that, how can you resist? Disengages, I forgot about that. I could have walked the other way and still acted. It'll be just fine. Emba's here. She's a wizard, GC. Oh, hey, Layla. Model's changed. Looking very PS2. Yeah, fair enough. Hello, how are you doing? I made a bug. You're awake at this ungodly hour? Me? Also awake at this ungodly hour. Even though for me it's only 2 p.m. Hey, that's when I wake up. I mean, any hour can be ungodly if you try hard enough. If you're like really cool. Even plushies are reassuring you that ungodly means good. It doesn't necessarily mean bad. That's... We found the Shrine of Fortitude. It's hiding. I mean, it's effectively hiding. I didn't see it until I came really close. Everything is hidden, sometimes even in plain sight. And it's always in the last place you look, too. No, my thunderclap alerted them all. We do not have any arrows equipped on this guy. We have not looked at his inventory in a long time. Have yourself. We've got 30 hunting arrows now? Incredible. I didn't have to worry at all. An ancient, weathered Imperial Way shrine stands before you. Despite its remote location, you suspect it still sees occasional use. One of the several pilgrim sites. However, you have no idea the proper prayers and rituals to perform. I think I'm just gonna go back down. Come across some flotsam. And approach some flotsam. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say, we'll come back to town and start exploring this island properly next time. I was considering running late. This is about when I normally end anyways. I was like, oh, I'm kind of into this. Maybe I'll go a little extra. But, I may not be up for it as much as I thought. Besides, Kirby, he cries out for food.